Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn about how to accept list input from the user side. So let's start. A list can be created by accepting the input from the user side at the runtime, which means we need not to fix the values beforehand, but we can accept the values as per our choice. For example, if I say L is equal to 1234, so what am I doing over here? I have decided one variable name for the list L, and by using this assignment operator, I am writing 1234 inside my square brackets. That means I am defining a list where four elements are there in my list and all values are separated by comma. And now if I use this list in my program, it will remain same throughout until unless I will not make any change over there. But I don't want to fix the values like 1, 2, 3, 4. But what do I want? That as many as times I will run my program, I'll be able to accept the new values every time in my list. So for that, we have this statement. So here, what are we doing? We are accepting the input from the user side by using this input method. But as we know that Python accept the values in the string format. By default, the values are string. So to convert that string into list, we can apply list function over it. That's why list function we are using, and inside that function round brackets, we are passing this input statement. So whatever the input we are going to accept at the runtime will be converted into a list. So let's start and understand it with the practical. Let's say I'm saying L is equal to input and I'm writing enter the values. So I can write over here computer, right? This is my value. Now if I check that what type of a value is it, so I can pass the statement type of L and it will show me that this is a string type of value. Similarly, if I say enter the values and I write over here 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I check that what type of a value my L variable is containing, then also I'll get the value, the type as string, str. So whether I'm entering the characters or the integer values, I'm getting the same result in both the cases because my input function by default accepts string values. Now, to convert it into a list, what can we do? We can apply list function over here. So I have enclosed this input method inside the list function. Now if I'll enter 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, press enter and now check whether what is the type of L, then it will show me list. And what is my list? How my list will be displayed, that also we can check, print L, and it will be converted into 2, 3, 4, 5 in this way. So whatever the values I have given over here have been converted into a list. And that too we are accepting at the run time. Now again, if I write the same statement, then I can enter different values and it will be printed in the form of a list. That means I have not fixed the values, but at the run time, I'm accepting the input from the user side. But here, this is how we can accept the input in a single line. But there are some restrictions over here. As you can see that I am writing the values in this way. That means 2, 3, 4, 5. So it cannot be counted as one number. But all the numbers will be separated with having comma in between. And each and every value will be counted as one element inside the list. So if I want to give the values like 12, 24, 99, 90, 79, this procedure is not at all suitable for that. But I'm going to tell you one more solution for the same. Empty list concept is going to be used over here. Like I'm writing L is equal to empty list. That means I have declared one empty list over here. Now I'm going to accept the input from the user that how many numbers do you want in your list. So I'm writing num is equal to int input, enter how many elements do you want, right? Now I need to enter it. Enter how many elements do you want. I want 5 elements into my list. After that, I'll be running for loop for I in range num. So num is a variable which is defining that how many elements do you want in your list. So the same variable we have passed inside the range function. Now press enter. Let's take one variable ELE, element. Now accept the element. Input, enter the element. Right? After that, once your ELE variable will accept the element, what do we need to do? We are going to add that particular element into list. And for adding this particular element into my empty list, we have append function for the same. So this is an empty list, but once I will accept the first element through the statement, then I'll be adding that element into my list. That means I'm going to add this element into my list. So 5 number of times I'll be accepting the values and 5 elements will be appended in my L list through the statement. Now enter the element 12, 45, 67, 34 and one more 90. Clear? Now if I pass the statement print L, it will show me the list of elements which I have accepted at the run time. So this is how we work with list, how we accept the input at the runtime and how we append the elements into an empty list. Now my list has been created, but if I'll be running this particular block of statement again, then what will happen? Let's run it again. Enter the element 1, 2, 67, 54 and 3. And if I'll be printing my L again, then as you can see, these 5 values are added over here in my existing list. This particular list I created over here, and after that again I appended 5 more elements, and that has also become the part of my same list. And as I told you in my previous session also, and I'm repeating this statement again and again, that lists are mutable in nature. So in the same list, I have added 5 more elements. So all the motifs are solved over here. I have taken my empty list. I have accepted the input from the user side, and I have added all the elements with the help of append function in my list. So it can be used in both the ways. It can work onto the empty list also. It can work onto my existing list also. So we have learned today that how to accept the input from the user, or how to convert the existing sequence into a list. That concept also we have studied in our previous session. So I guess this is enough for the day. Keep practicing, keep watching. I will come with more tutorials in my next session. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.